Mr. Chairman, with your permission, I'm going to explain HB 36. What this does is says that the handgun permit, we're going to remove the good and substantial that's there. And now, understand in Maryland, and the federal law says, you get to carry. The Constitution says you get to carry. Now, you can either carry on your person with what's called a concealed carry permit, and in Maryland we have a good and substantial reason, or what the Attorney General has said in the Willard memorandum that he filed and in other places, we have open carry in Maryland. What open carry means is that you can walk down the street with a shotgun, with a heavy-barreled AR-15. You can walk down the street with these firearms, and that is legal. And that's what the Attorney General has said in the federal court, in the appellate court, is the reason you don't have to give the right to have a concealed carry in Maryland. Now, they just had a decision that came out of the Ninth Circuit, and it says, well, you were wrong in Willard. It says you get one of two. But if you're going to give the concealed carry, you can't have that impediment of a good and substantial reason. New Jersey has it, Maryland has it. This will probably go up to the Supreme Court to be answered. What I want you to look at is this brief video we put together, and it's going to show you what happens if you vote against this bill and you say, no, we don't want you to have the good and substantial impediment removed. Then what's going to happen is what's on this video here, because the Attorney General of Maryland has said, and I get calls every single week from people across this state who say, Delegate, we're going to start open carrying. They do it in other states. We're going to walk down the street with the firearm because we're allowed to. That's what the Attorney General said. We don't want to have that situation. And I worked with the local police sheriff and deputy here to show you what's going to occur if you don't vote for this bill. I promise you, hundreds of people are ready, willing, and able to start walking with open carry. So we want concealed carry. We want it responsible. You just have to remove that impediment of good and substantial, which is unconstitutional. With your permission, Mr. Chairman, this is very quick. And nobody should attempt to do this. This was staged. That's perfectly legal in Maryland.
It'd be 22 window drive. I got it.
The firearm's legal, and what I'm doing is legal.
Sir, put the gun down on the ground, please.
It's legal.
Put the gun on the ground.
It's legal, sir.
Put the gun on the ground.
Yes, sir.
You got any other weapons on you or anything?
No, sir.
Turn around for me. Keep your hands above your head.
It's legal. I got a right to open carry.
You can't walk down the middle of the street with a firearm on your arm.
Well, the Attorney General said we can.
I've never even heard of that before.
Yes, sir. If you don't have a concealed carry, you're allowed to open carry. And
Now, you can't walk down the middle of the street with a firearm like that.
apparently you can't. I mean, I was told you could.
And to my knowledge, you can't walk down the street with a firearm like that in the middle of the city.
Well, the Attorney General, Doug Gansler, said in federal court on the Willard decision that Maryland doesn't need to have concealed carry because we all have open carry. And that's a legal firearm, so I was just openly carrying it. And this is a copy of the federal documents that were filed by Doug Gansler saying, in Maryland, you have open wearing and carrying of firearms, so you don't need to have concealed. And then we'll have Doug Gansler himself say it.
You shouldn't be able to walk down the middle of Pratt Street in Baltimore loaded up with AK-47.
Do you have any idea when you...
Yes, sir. Right here. Here's my driver's license.
Take that out for me.
Yes, sir. My driver's license.
Okay. Like I said, as far as I'm concerned, you're not allowed to be carrying that rifle down there. I've not been told anything else on that.
If you check with the sheriff, I'm sure he'll be able to tell you that it's okay.
Let me try calling him.
Yes, sir.
County to 200, 233 to 200.
I'm doing good, Sheriff. How are you, sir?
Subject was walking down the roadway with that rifle on his shoulder.
You can't do that.
Well, actually, Sheriff, Gansler said you can. The Attorney General,
Walk down the road with a gun like that over your shoulder. I don't care what the Attorney General says. When somebody sees that, they're gonna call us. And when you respond, you're gonna be looking down the barrel of our guns, man. You can't walk down the road like that.
I don't want that, but, I mean, I'm just trying to exercise my Second Amendment rights. The Attorney General said in federal court that we don't need to have a concealed carry, even if you're legally qualified, because you have open carry in Maryland. And that's what he said in federal court. So we don't have, you either have open carry or you have concealed carry. And in Mar-
Walking down the road with this on his shoulder?
Had it strapped around his shoulder, sir.
Yes, sir. It's perfectly legal. I mean, the firearm's legal. There's nothing illegal about it.
Man, but when we get a call like that, you can understand from our perspective, you walking down the road like this with something over this slung over your shoulder,
I agree with you,
whether
Sheriff.
it's a shotgun or a 22 or an AR-15, it doesn't matter. I mean, we have got to respond, and I can tell you right now, we can't just let people walk down the road like this with guns over their shoulder.
That's why I've been working for years to get rid of good and substantial impediments so that everybody who's qualified can have a concealed carry.
Well, I don't necessarily disagree with you on that. I gotta be honest with you, but still, when we get calls like this, we gotta respond. And, wow, surprised we didn't get a call before now.
Well, I'm not looking to scare
Where you
any. I was just going over there to the store.
Yeah, Mike, you can't walk in the road with this over your shoulder, man.
Okay.
It's gonna get the security in your vehicle. I see it's unloaded.
Okay.
It's gonna get this in your vehicle when we get you out of here.
Okay.
I appreciate you calling me, Hal, I really do, but.
Thank you,
yeah,
Sheriff.
gotta get that in your vehicle.
Thank you, Deputy. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
I'll take it up with the Attorney
Let's get
General.
this thing secured.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. How things going?
They're going well, going well. They were going well till just now.
I can understand that.
Now, well, what that's, and again, it says don't do it because you may end up getting shot or arrested if you do it and the sheriff doesn't know what you're doing. But that's why I asked the state's attorney earlier in Baltimore. In Maryland, we have open carry. Most of our sheriffs, most of our police officers don't understand that. Most of our citizens don't understand that. And it's going to create real havoc unless you remove the impediment, which is currently there, which is good and substantial, which keeps people from being able to have the right to carry. When you're vetted in the most comprehensive way, you're fingerprinted, they go through everything, and it would still be done, but you need to allow people to have the right to carry concealed, or you're going to have more instances of this, and they won't be ones that are staged, and the police officers won't know what's going on, and the citizens who are calling in will be afraid and not know what's going on. So I'm asking you, when you cast the vote on this bill, remember, if you vote no to this bill, HB 36, you're voting yes to that open carry.